Okay. Now go back over here, the wrong screen. Go back over here. Refresh you. Click you. Open you.
Actually, I just realized no one probably knows why the flood's terrifying.
I know why the flood's terrifying.
No one else here probably knows.
Refresh you.
Like Noah's flood, or?
No, the flood from Halo.
Yeah, the Halo flood.
Oh.
2 woods.
Hello, and welcome back. I'm the James with the Games.
And I'm Berserker
And-
Bahamut.
I'm Red.
Israel the Ravenborn.
And here with Pandemonium.
Fair warning, I am playing Fortnite in the background, so I may get a bit distracted.
And I'm also over here watching Dr. Stone on my end. Thankfully, I have it turned down low enough, so hopefully none of the background noise is going through.
Hopefully.
Oh, crash it.
Oive.
We're fine.
So, I've been wanting to run Pathfinder Kingmaker. And, well, I've been wanting to run a bunch of different things. And we were previously looking at doing Phase Rip, but because of Brad said he couldn't access the siege, we transferred over to doing Kingmaker for Pathfinder, but with a twist of mine, which is that I'm having everyone build their own species, and these species are going to be the main portion of the society for this campaign, meaning that all the NPCs, good, bad, or ugly, are going to be made from these species. And Kiryu, i.e. Berserker Bahamut, who still hasn't accepted the one change here on page.
Right. Well, let me see.
Hey, language. Thank you.
Sorry.
I can't get away with it. You can't either.
I said. Wait, where did I?
Yeah,
even say?
and say hello to our new freaking counter for this, the shots fired counter.
See, where did I even say to trigger
No, wait,
that?
are you either the slugs or buckshot?
I don't know.
What did I say to trigger this?
Oh, beep.
Probably, you know, the O and then, you know, F.
No, it started with a C.
Hey, you just did it again!
I said crap. That is not a swear, actually.
I actually need to turn you up real quick. Because you sound like you're speaking through like a fish tank. Okay. Okay. Try speaking now.
It's on page 3. There's 2 D's in front of the D8 on the damage die line.
Oh. There we go.
Thank you. Red has made his species already, which is... We haven't determined a name yet. He's basically made the Grim Reaper.
As a species, congrats.
And my race is known as the Imperium! And no, not the Imperium of Mankind from Warhammer 40k.
Ironically enough, I am actually downloading Space Marine right now as we speak.
And Azrael has made the Tuberosians.
The what? Oh, the Tuberosians.
Otherwise known as the Spudlads. They're potatoes.
I'm gonna launch them out of a cannon,
Yep.
I swear.
So last but certainly not least, we were working on
pandas species.
Yes, which, oh my goodness, we have 5 pages of text here solely from her going ahead and making additional comments. But the species information ended up here. And let's see here. I gave them 25 points to work with. I wanted everyone to get to around like a number point somewhere in the mid-30s at the very least. Total of expenditure, but you had 25 net expenditure to do. Note that this is considerably above the species benchmark for what it says to use. Because of the species benchmark says that for typical player races you should only have around 10 points to spend. I wanted to give them more space to work with to make things that were far more unique in nature. And that's why I gave 25. That's what I was about to calculate. I want to say 5 off the top of my head, but I want to check here. 2, 5, 9, 10, 12, 14, 9. 13, excuse me, 18, 22, 20, 17, 19, 17, 22, 26, 24, 21, 23, 21, 19, 21, 24? Did I do that right? Working from the other way around. 3, 5, 3, 1, 3, 0. -2, +2, +7. 11, 6, 4, 6, 8, 10, 13, 10, 11, 15, 17, 19. 19? I've gotten 2 different numbers when I've done it both ways. Oy vey. 3, 5, 3. 1, 3, 5, 3. 1, 3. 0, -2, +2, +7. 11, 6, 8, 10, 11, 15, 17, 19. I got 19 again. 2. Also, this is up on stream if any of you actually want to take a look at it. We didn't share it because if she has me in editor mode. Two, 3, 2, 5, 9, 10, 12, 14, 9, 13, 18, 22, 20, 17, 19, 17, 15, 17, 20. Have I lost my marbles?
Maybe you're just bad at math.
Have I lost my What?
Are you just bad at math or something? I feel like
I'm an accountant! I'm normally really good at math. Maybe it's just that I add all these numbers. Because 2 plus 3 is 5. 5 plus 4 is 9. 9 plus 1 is 10. 12, 14, 9.
Also, who's Pretzel Rock? Because they just
13.
keep sending links.
That's the music bot. If you listen in the chat, there's actually music playing in the background. I have it playing soft, so it's not overloading the sound of the stream, since if this is quiet, I would drive myself nuts.
Alright. I can't hear anything.
18, 22, where did you get the 12 from? Because of 13 plus 5 is 8, plus 4, 18, plus 4 is 22. So this is 22 if you're going from the bottom up. $22, 20, 17, 19, 17, 15, 17, 20. I keep getting 20. I think it is 20. Oy vey. So I believe you have 5 points left to spend. Yes, yes to what? Yes, you have 5 points left to spend? I believe you have 5 points left, since we both agree that going from the bottom up, this is 10, 12, 14, 9, 13. Thirteen plus 9 is 22. And then this becomes 20, 17, 19, 17, 15. And then plus 5 is 20. So you've spent 20 and you have 5 left. You're the only person that's still chosen the standard, ability score quality, in case you want to improve on that or gain additional feats. So, I'm always one that would suggest feats over taking a trait from the book, mainly because of the traits from Loot the Boss. Some of them are really good, but some of them are also very niche. And also because the feats build on each other in Pathfinder, obviously. All right. Hey, yeah. This has just been exhausting. Hopefully that everyone else here is excited. Technically, we don't even need to have Panda ready yet to begin the next portion. It just determines who ends up with what.
Oh, great.
What?
The part I hate the most. RNG.
Kiryu? I want you to go dunk your head in some very, very cold water.
Joke's on you, there's no room for my head! Ha ha!
What?
Even I didn't get that.
There's no room for my head to fit somewhere for some cold water.
Oh no, you just take a bowl of water, you fill it with water, you put it in the freezer for 30 minutes, you take the bowl out, and you dunk your head in it.
What?
You back here, Panda? Okay, fair enough. But you have 5 points left, and technically you have a load of different feats to potentially look at. Everyone's taken basically the same sets of general feats.
Except me.
I
didn't take any feats.
Yeah. I told you that if you kept the, Radiant vulnerability, you could take Personal Chronicler and basically have these little plague doctor birds following you around.
What? You didn't tell me that.
I tried to. You were in a rush at that time, and you didn't respond to me afterwards.
Dude always tell me things through DMs. I always check them. And that way I can actually go back and like, oh yeah, that's right.
I did send it to you through DMs. Okay, that is a defensive trait, and because of how many defensive traits you have, let me go up and see here, because of that is... That would cost you 3, by the way it looks, because of Mobile Planter increases from 1 to 2. Spiny Shield was 2. So seeing all the tricks would increase from 1 to 3.
Wait, for me or someone else?
For Panda.
Ah.
Hello, Holy PPA! I have no clue if that's how you... H-O-I-L... Hoi Lepa. Which way do you actually pronounce that? We're building species, in which these species will end up making the majority of the society for the game setting that we're going to be making. I don't have anything. Hi, Hoy. But yeah, we will be making species. They are making species that will be the majority of the setting. There's no humans. There's no dwarves. There's no goblins or hobgoblins. All the threats will be made from the species they create, and their characters will be made from these species. But yeah. Seeing all the tricks is indefensive.
You good?
Mm-hmm.
It's really quiet. Let me actually go over here then. I make it really quiet because I have had some people say that if I turn it up too loud, it goes ahead and drowns out things. Is that better? I mainly put this on mainly just because I actually like polka. Seeing all the tricks is a defensive trait.
Yeah.
Seeing all the tricks is on page 73.
So I just looked at that personal. I thought you said personal chronicler, and my mind said, oh, that's like a channel or something.
No, personal chronicler is, it gives you a familiar, and the familiar's a nosoi, which are these little plague doctor birds. They're birds that literally look like they have the plague doctor mask on.
Oh.
Did you just look them up?
Yeah, I did. Though there is the one thing, like, oh, if you were ever willingly concerned with undead or sack kills, it's like, but I'm undead, that's... What?
What?
Yeah.
Okay, so you still want it even at 3 points. Okay, so that would be... Unbold. Seeing all the tricks. Shift V. And here it format's different. Why does it format different here? Oh wait, I'm copying it from a completely different source. No wonder. Bold. Unbold.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Well,
basically my 4 players, which are the 4 people that aren't lighting up here besides me are my players in this.
What?
Yep, you should have 23, which means that you have 2 points left, which you can basically spend on a feat. Suggest Hoy. Suggest. I am open to suggestions. I really suck at presentation, so forgive me for not being normal. Excuse me.
Skater.
Nah.
Waiting to see suggestion. And waiting to see what... It is a person talking in Twitch chat. Remember, if I'm live, I have to pay attention to what we're trying to do, what we're doing, you, and Twitch chat.
미치다 차트.
Fair, but are you going to, because a note, again, after the feat tax, this is the list of feats that is available. Note that because of their making their own species, basically, I didn't find it right that how many feats are species locked in base Pathfinder 1. So I basically added any of those that didn't have prerequisites onto this list. But this is the list of every feat you can take at level 1 after the feat tax. And this is an additional section of like all of the feats that have like a very minor prerequisite for them. But I'm still waiting, Hoy, to see your suggestion.
Hoi.
I suggested you take a Pathfinder feat, but again... So let's see here. If you're looking at miscellaneous traits... that doesn't make sense.
Hey James, I got a question.
Yes.
Does the shots counter count only for English swears, English swears?
Doggone it! You and your multiple languages!
If so, then Pitchku matter bieme.
I don't know what that is, but still. Because of what you said that, I'm firing a shot regardless. That doesn't do you anything. That doesn't do you anything. Wildlings and Constitution and a Natural Weapon. Lore. Wildlings are born if a caster. The unborn child takes partially the attributes of the animal they were forced to change into. Most wildlings are the children of druids and mages and follow the footsteps of their parents. Well,
That sounds cool.
it does sound cool, though.
I feel like we
I
should
would-
add that.
No, because our viewers may be multilingual as well, and I know plenty of curse words in many languages.
Oh yeah, then what did I say?
I have no idea.
I'm asking Pandemonium.
That is a cool idea, it's just that... figuring out how to construct it would be a bit of a how do we do that? That's 3. This is completely useless in this system because there isn't really such a thing as tool proficiency. This might not do much. This is 4 points. You have a +5 survival bonus made for traveling underwater? Say the back fifing? What? I don't care. I don't get it. Dreamless doesn't do much. Estivation. That doesn't do much. Every part of the kill. This does absolutely nothing. You mean your species, but yes. It's a German mean word. Fair enough.
Wait, doesn't Backpfeifengeschichte mean like somebody that needs to be slapped or punched?
I love how this guy automatically...
Omae mo shinderu.
So
It says slap face. It means slap face.
I keep on getting interrupted. Sorry about that. I just need to real quick do one last thing. I'll unplug my mic just so I don't interrupt.
Okay. The extra reach is genuinely good. So yeah, cloying depths would be probably one of the few ways to get that.
Demonetized.
Stop! No! We're gonna get demonetized! I can't be monetized! I don't have enough followers!
Exactly. Jokes on you, YouTube and Twitch! We're not even monetized!
Joke's on you, I ain't even Serbian.
Panda, you already signed the contract saying that you don't. I ain't Serbian. Siberian! Also, it's fine, Hoy. I've been trying to get these... Hey! Thank you for following!
Welcome to the club, buddy. Good vibes to you.
Yes. Thank you for being the first person in a month. Ay,
Flawless
caramba.
execution. Perfect timing. One of our finest moments. Show to you, friend.
Hey, at least you're more energetic over this than when we were playing Tactics Ogre.
To be fair, that's because I have a disdain for SRPGs most of the time. I can get a little bit brainy when it comes to, let's see here, SRPGs like Project Cross on 1 and 2, and plus any XCOM clones, essentially. Take, for example, Mario Kingdom's Rabbit Battle and Sparks of Hope.
So you want cloying depth and extra reach? Deploying depths. Bold. -1 SP. Unbold. Extra reach.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that.
Welcome back.
We'll have to dip out again in like 10-ish minutes just cause I'm experiencing issues with mail.
You're experiencing issues with your mail?
Yeah, for some reason, every single time they try sending something to my new address, it just can't get delivered for some reason, and I don't know why.
That's kinda frustrating.
Very, very slightly.
And technically in the US, I know that if someone messes with your mail,
It's a
the
federal
person
crime.
who yes, it's a federal crime.
Yeah, I know that too. It's just the fact that, like, for some reason, they cannot deliver to this new address, despite the fact that I've seen mail from my roommates come up. So why am I not here? Like, why am I not getting delivered to here? So it's... oh.
I see a light at the end, and I know it's a train full of bad decisions. I welcome it. Hopefully.
Why do you laugh
Anyway.
why do you laugh like Squidward, man?
No, Squidward is.
Oh.
Tell me I'm wrong.
Ye ain't.
Alright. Everyone. Open up the species building guidelines.
Oh dear.
Oh.
And also, Panda, mind changing this to editor mode and commenter mode, and so that way we can share it in the main chat. And then sharing it in the resources you will need. So, is everyone in the species building guidelines?
Yes.
We have 2. Who's not in here? I only see 2 of you. Oy vey, let me check on hers. Okay, your access is expired. Well, they've kind of made their species already. Let's see here. Will this actually work? We have an anonymous Drew in Panda seat now, but the species have already been made because of if you type !Discord, it'll give you a link. On top of that, there's a Discord link in my channel description.
Back this path, Tom.
That's not how you spell Discord. Discord is with a D at the end, not a T. That's how you spell Discord. But
I'm gonna mute for a second. Hit me up when something interesting happens.
I told you, are you in the species building guidelines? I only see 2 of you.
I am.
Then who's not in here? There should be 4 of you.
Should I request edit access or
I'm
something?
not in there right now because I'm busy dealing with stuff.
Okay.
Just, oh man,
Sorry.
it's fine, dude. It's frustrating.
It's live. Go. Okay. Kiryu, I take it you're not in
I
here.
actually am. I am looking at the cactus cat right now.
Well, go all the way down to page 4.
Okay, what am I supposed to look at?
On the species building guidelines.
Oh, that document. I was looking at Panda's document.
I said, are you in the species building guidelines?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Go down to page 4. You will see
Oh no.
a big headline labeled Week 2 and a bunch of questions.
Phooey, here we go again.
So, you don't do this for your own species. Who wants to go first to roll the die?
Wait, are we rolling this to see what race we play as?
No. This is which species you answer these questions for.
Oh. Kinda have
That's
you.
why I said, who wants to roll the die first? Panda says she wants to roll first.
Very well then.
Go to the Kingmaker dice rolls and roll me a
Fair enough.
D3.
As the gentleman code states, ladies first.
Go to the Kingmaker die rolls and type in /R space D3. Welcome, Hoy! Welcome to the server!
Welcome, Hoilepa.
It's the channel right above the actual voice chat. /R and then put literally a space D3.
I don't see a roll. I don't see a dice roll panel.
Did you see it now?
Where is it?
She just posted in it.
I don't see none. All I see is the Hero Forge art, and that's the last one.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, all I see is campaign general, resource unique, campaign polls, open roles discussed, and Hero Forge art plus the D.
Oh, that's ironic.
Beg your pardon?
Now do you see it? So, that means you,
No,
Panda.
I don't see it still.
It should be there. I added the roll to see the channel. Oh, sync now. Do you
I
see
don't
it?
get-
It should be.
Oh no! Please, what? Wait.
Excuse me.
Did Panda roll the potato?
No, Panda rolled you.
Ah, there it
So
is.
Pan-
Now I see the dice rolls.
Yes.
I'm guessing Panda rolled the potato.
No, Panda rolled you. Meaning C answers those questions for your species.
Okay.
And you have to come up with a... That's because of the fact that this is... I have a bunch of server roles, and I only have certain portions of the server able to be viewed if you have certain roles.
So basically, Panda asked questions about my species. I have to answer it.
No, C answers those questions, and you two have to come to a mutual consensus based off of her answers that you think fit for the species.
Oh boy. And of course, I'm gonna get muted by her.
Basically, what you answer with is considered to be more important than what he already had is a originating thought for the
Wait,
species.
I thought Panda was a girl.
I'm trying to use general terms. Forgive me if my tongue slips as I'm trying to word the sentence out for a question I wasn't expecting to answer at that current moment.
Oh.
I was kidding about maybe you probably. But basically it's a thing of what... So, who's next?
Might as well.
Roll me a D3.
Oh boy, I'm already dreading when I'm probably gonna roll. Did not respond.
What?
Didn't the application did not respond? No response again.
Is the dice broken?
Oh! Then type in exclamation mark roll D3.
Okay, fine.
Oh, did I not give Avray permission to view this channel?
Turn it off and try turning it back on again. Wipe off the runes and apply them anew.
Try it now.
In dust in Stronken. Yay!
What did I get?
Natural one.
You got her species.
Oh.
Well, what are the chances?
which kind of makes things ironic, which means that I get that it's a 1 in 9 chance, technically, but it means for this round, because of Az didn't volunteer himself first, which means that either Az or Red has to volunteer first next round, that they have to answer the questions for each other's species.
At least I'm not stuck having an answer about the darn potato.
It's intended that you have to answer at least one round of questions for each species.
Oh, fuck!
Volunteer, or we will volunteer you.
Good, buddy. You wanna go
You make
first?
me volunteer for that potato, and I'm gonna try and break some fingers.
Come on, why do you hate the potatoes so much? They're good boys.
He holds a grudge.
Why does he have a grudge against potatoes or me? Is it against me or
It's
potatoes?
because of the fact that out of the 4 species, you made the most jokey one of them.
Alright, I'm
Not
back.
to
Sorry about
mention,
that.
I don't want to be. Not to mention, I don't want to be seen as weak and useless.
I didn't try to make it as a joke. Like, I was being genuine. I just like the idea of a living potato.
He's also a biologist. Botanist. Bleh.
Okay, so loot the boss, right?
No. Okay.
Fine.
Where do I go then for this?
Okay, Panda.
Okay, so go to the species building guidelines and go down to page 4.
Okay, Panda. What are you gonna ask me first?
Where's the species building guideline?
You aren't asking him. She isn't asking you. She already has the questions. She's giving you the answers based off of how the species traits are, and you have to, based off of what she gives you as the answers, determine if there's small changes you want to alter based off of what she gives us
What-
those answers.
You know,
What
you
do I
know
do
I'm
to
not the
spe-
best.
the
You know I'm
species
not the
building
best.
it?
You know
Let's
I'm not.
speak-
You know I'm not good at answering. Agree. You know I'm not good at arguing against someone for something because, unfortunately, it doesn't make things easier. I'm a bit agreeable.
Yes, I know you're unagreeable, but
I'd say
Red,
I'm
what were you
mostly
trying?
pretty easily agreeable.
Oh, we'll see about that in this
Most
instance.
Of the time, being the key phrase here.
Where
Yeah.
is this species building guidelines?
It's the thing called race building guidelines and resources you will need.
Oh, great, cool. This spaghetti. What? Okay, so what do I do here now?
Go to page 4.
I don't have pages.
Not the one that's labeled species. That says cactus cactar idea. Go up to the one that says race building guidelines.
I'm looking at the race building guidelines, and then there's no page numbers.
If you look at the scroll bar, it should tell you that there's 5 pages.
Yeah, the scroll bar did it. I'm on mobile.
Oh, sorry, I don't know how to answer that. The one that has the big wording of week 2 at the top of the page. Sorry.
Week 2, okay.
And because of Panda and Kiryu both went first, and they ended up rolling each other's species, you are going to be answering these questions for Az's species, and Az will be answering these questions for your species, and you must come up with answers which you can mutually agree upon.
Alright.
So how do we do this? In like a private chat or DMs?
However it works best, because I'm genuinely interested to know which you're going to be working on first. I originally was hoping that we'd get a cycle of literally like Kiryu gets pandas, pandas gets Az gets red, so red gets Kiryu's.
Okay.
Bye, Hoy! Hope you feel better.
Yeah, do you want to go into so we can figure this out?
Yeah.
Alright.
More than fair.
So. Okay, yeah.
It's fine. I'm not fussed. Again, it's a thing of the four of you have a week to work on this. Because the main thing is that you have to come to a mutually agreed upon conclusion by next Wednesday.
Right.
Excuse me. Panda is typing furiously. The keys are blazing.
Right. Here we go.
For question number 1. What common professions do they tend to take up? I think they are typical gardeners and merchants of fruits, as well as rare and exotic herbs and I think that's spices by choice. However, many of them, particularly the younger and poorer members of the species, also hire themselves out as mercenaries, soldiers, and bodyguards, and then adventurers.
Honestly, just based on everything that the Cactus Cats do, that genuinely makes a lot of sense.
No, that answer is for the Imperium. Remember, she's giving you an answer for your species. You have to make an answer for hers.
Oh, honestly, yes. Actually, that genuinely makes sense. But some of them will also go towards other forms of employment as well. But you just have listed the more common ones.
So, what you do is you take the question, you take her answer, and you put it at the... Technically, you're supposed to put this at the very top of your species, since the cultural information actually goes before the mechanical information in most species. She asked, could you please repeat that, Berserker Bahamut?
Honestly, the way you worded the entire information about the Imperium actually makes sense, aside from the fact that they will also sometimes take up more advanced employment opportunities, such as medicinal or sometimes even magical purposes. Case in point for the alchemy, I believe. So yeah, your question fits perfectly in line with the Imperium and where
Her
I envision.
answer. Her answer,
Yeah.
not her question.
Yes, that's what I meant. Your answer perfectly fits in line with the vision.
Yeah, these are generalized questions, so that way you get an overall information to add to the species. That's why you're giving an answer to her species and she's making an answer for yours. And it's a very unique experience. That's why I said this is the part that I feel like helps really build cohesion between the actual players. Because of I added medics to soldiers.
Thank you.
So, now is your chance to go ahead and answer the same question for her. What common professions do they tend to take up?
Let's see here. Honestly, I could see them as, well, I know this is probably not very common for, dare I say, a high fantasy setting, but due to the oh wait, my answer was probably going to get a little weird. Like, let's see. Okay. Honestly, actually, due to the mind flow spores plus the empathic awareness, among other things, not only would they be able to work as traders, as gardeners, plants and spices, but on top of that, they make for pretty darn good therapists. Or counselors, should I say. Even advisors. On an emotional standpoint. Absolutely.
So, if you have an answer that you agree on, that is something that she adds to her species as cultural information.
You don't have to go typing all that out, do I? Because I'm not good at conveying my...
No. So long as she has the sort of idea, because of I am... Go ahead. Go ahead. Excuse me. Okay. Well, I know I shouldn't be involving myself as a GM in this regard.
Yeah, actually, that genuinely fits. Traders, nomadic hunters, and diplomats. Perfect.
Yep. And forgive me if I'm adding some more questions onto this list.
But yeah, feel free to add the mutual agreement on the professions into your document. Now that we've come to a mutual consensus on the fact that they are traders, nomadic hunters, and diplomats.
No, I already asked that question. Excuse me. So, this goes to question 2. What do they typically do for fun and enjoyment? Thank you, Panda. Was the part. The first part is the hardest part of the entire process. It's when we get to this point that things start becoming more fluid, and once you actually work with each other, that I feel like you actually feel like you're doing this with other people. Exactly, this is the fun part.
Or, if you want to put in a GIF for this, I have the perfect one.
Oh, I have a good one.
To be fair, Hayden Christensen did a good job playing Anakin and Skywalker in the prequel trilogy. He just had a bad reputation because most people at the time didn't like the prequel trilogy. But then once Disney's garbage of a sequel trilogy came out, let's just say people said, perhaps I treated you too harshly. Yeah. The movies were good. It's just that George didn't... Basically, people didn't want to risk angering George because they thought he was too much of a genius, so they didn't question his decision.
George Lucas cannot write natural dialogue.
Yeah,
He's always had that problem.
Hey, at least until the
I need to
Disney
refill my
trilogy,
water
the
bottle.
Star Wars... At least until the Disney trilogy, the Star Wars series didn't exactly have problems with quality in terms of the overall movies. However, I can't exactly say the same for Steven Spielberg's Jaws. Wait, Empire Strikes Back wasn't directed by George Lucas? But that was part of the original trilogy. And in order to chronologically get the whole story, you not only need to watch the prequel trilogy, but then you need to watch Clone Wars. Then after that is the original trilogy. Then of course there's all the expanded universe stuff like Force Unleashed 1 and 2. I still hate Disney for decanonizing the expanded universe. Just so they could
Focus!
Sorry. I didn't mean to go on a tangent. I'm just...
Especially about something that I'm like, okay, we get your point. I have no clue what you're talking about. And if you don't know, Panda, I have only seen 2 Star Wars movies, which are Episode 2 and Episode 8. I want to emphasize that to you. The only 2 Star Wars movies I have seen are Episode 2 and Episode 8.
Oh, I feel sorry for you about for watching Episode 8. You should not have done that. You should not have done that.
I don't even know. I was sitting there and I'm like, okay. I have no idea what any of this means.
I consider the entire.
I still have no idea what any of this
the entire
means.
Disney trilogy to be awful.
I still have no idea what any of this meant.
And I especially hate how they emasculated Obi-Wan on Boba Fett and Luke Skywalker all at the same.
We're still distracted! Yeah.
Anyways, let's see here.
Yes, anyways, the second question. What do they typically do for fun and enjoyment?
Yes. What do the Imperium you think the Imperium do for fun and enjoyment?
And what do you think her species would do?
Yes.
Note, this does not include if they've come up with, like, a sport, because if that's the next question. This is, like, things that are common personal hobbies, or, like, common shared interests. They garden for fun and enjoyment specifically. They love to make new and interesting gardens, almost in exactly as an art form.
Ah, that actually makes sense, considering that's also that's a natural part of their alignment. They want to make more nature, so they use nature as an art form while cultivating it. It's perfect!
And again, just taking what she's putting it in your species.
There we go. It has been added in.
Yes.
I'm honestly going to have to answer the same question for the cactus cats, because they're not exactly... Oh! Okay, additional text for the fun and enjoyment. Okay, I'm add that in.
And this is why I'm like, why are you getting so absolutely upset over the potentiality of doing cultural information over the tuberosians. Since you would be doing this...
I'm honestly glad I didn't have to do it for the tuberosians.
So, quit the negativity over what Az built. He may have not built something the same way you all did, but he did build something that actually can function, just in a very different way. Oh, that'll actually be really interesting then, based off of...
Honestly, I think the Imperium and the Cactus Cats would actually...
I feel like it'd literally be...
The Cactus Cats and the Imperium would actually...
That is literally, in my head, the name that I've come up, that I think of for them.
Or Cactuar Cats. Let's go with Cactuar Cats! Final Fantasy, baby! Final Fantasy!
That's why I gave the first one, is that it's like... Because it's also a play on... Well, it technically means that it's an answer for a later question.
The Cactuar Cats. But yeah, alongside hunting, they also share the hobbies of the Imperium. Does that sound good? Like, alongside hunting, they would share the same hobbies of the Imperium?
Well, it's a thing of that... Part of it is her species is very prickly in nature, so...
okay.
Think of it this way. Your species very much loves nature. They might as well, but like... Do you really want something that is coated in briars inside your garden?
No. Because it doesn't look exactly attractive in the garden.
Briars, nettles. Again, it's one of those things of... Imagine agitated leopards which are covered in needles and then make them sapient. Yeah, that really does not mess well with how the Imperium's society is flavored. So far, at the very least. So, I feel like they would have a very different answer for what they find fun.
So basically, the two things I would have to you would put down are the closest they have. Okay, three things. So, yeah, let's go for the closest they have to their own sense of fun would be hunting. They borrow hobbies from others, and they are very interested in the cultures of others.
I get you're trying to help him out, Panda, but part of this is that he's supposed to come up with the answer without you giving him a basis for it ahead of time.
I'm not exactly good at flying by the seat of my pants most of the time.
The first one you did really good with, that's why I said that. The first question you did really good with, that is why I said that.
Fair enough. Yeah, just aside from that question, I just could, like, my brain draws a blank.
Fair enough. So, are you in agreement with what Kiryu is? Fair enough. I'm not going ahead and saying no to it. I'm just saying that I find it more, I don't want to say natural. What's the word I'm looking for? Duh. I know the word I'm looking for. It's not natural. What is the word I'm looking for?
Unusual?
No.
Peculiar?
The word you're looking for is duh, apparently. No.
I said peculiar.
No. It's a word similar to natural, but I can't think of it.
Normal?
No.
Organic?
No. That's it! Organic. Yeah, that was the word I was looking for. I'm like, it's not natural. It's really close to it, but it's not natural. What is the word for it? But more than fair, I just...
Something organic, like, here you go!
I bet that'd sound amazing. So, this goes to question 3. And question 3 is a very in-depth question because of technically... Oh, we're going to get into question 3. Do they, as a species, have a sport that they are typically passionate about? And
I would honestly say...
and note, if this is something customized, this also means you were detailing the information in regards to how that sport is played, how games are done, things of all that nature.
I'd honestly say that for the Cactuar cats, more than likely their sport that they'd be doing is just using darts, playing darts with their needles. Or archery with their needles.
Well, but wait. There's more.
But wait, there's more.
They are not great at range. They have a vision something. Let me check. You have malfunctioning sensors and light drawn, but you don't really have anything else on top of that. Oh, you have Cyclopean, which is -2 on any attack roll against a target more than 40 feet away. You also don't typically... So, I have to think about that.
Isn't exactly that far away from...
No. They'd only be playing darts at like 20 feet away at most, because of, like, there was darts in my grandparents' basement, and that was only like, I want to say like 5 to 7 feet away.
But yeah,
so
basically the
at their size, that'd probably only be increased to like 12 to 15 feet, so that'd still be feasible within their limitation.
But yeah, just because of their anatomy, I think darts actually make the most sense due to all their needles.
I've thrown darts, knives, javelins, hatchets, and I've done archery. Never been that great at it, but it's still fun. Aww.
But yeah, I think honestly saying that the Cactuar cats enjoy darts would make the most sense here.
So, do you agree? Also, are you putting this in a separate document, Panda? Because I do not see any updates on your current sheet for what you've done. Because of one of the things is that this needs to be added to your species sheet, because of each section of this improves on giving you more flavor for the species. And that's my entire goal here, is that you're building eventually as a team a little bit from each person.
Welcome back.
So, James, what the fuck? So, what do we do with the things?
What do you mean, what do we do with them?
Like, we made them, what do we do with them now?
You add them to your species. Basically, the answers that you gave for red species, red adds to
Okay, so just add
his
them to the
sheet,
list.
and the answers red gave to yours, you add them to your species sheet.
I'm just honestly glad that I'm working with Panda on this. Because they're very nice and sweet. Plus helpful. Very helpful.
Hey.
Hello.
Welcome back, Red.
Welcome back, Panda.
And welcome back, Panda.
Oh, Disco, what's going on with you now?
Yada yada does it.
Exactly.
Oh, right, you've watched JoJo's to know what I understand.
Only the first 3 parts.
Alright. I'm trying to figure this stuff out real quick, because stuff being complicated, because why would it want to be simple? What? Okay.
Yes, you're welcome. Guys, I was just
What
being,
if
I was just
each
being
part was
honest.
We're autistics! Brutal honesty is our specialty!
Exactly. I ain't gonna sugarcoat it.
Alright, I put my thing in my thing, so I'm good.
So, Red, you're the... So, Red, I'm going to make sure to ask you this.
Yeah.
The answers that are in his seat are answers that you gave to him, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
I mean, we basically share a brain cell, so we came to an easy consensus.
Okay.
Those two sharing a brain cell, now I'm scared.
Okay. There's one thing that I already see here that you need to put more information in.
What about?
The sport line, if you're making a custom thing, and note, Red gives the answers to this. How is the the sport done? How is it typically scored?
First of all,
Any of those sorts of things.
First of all 3 of those are real sports.
Hill rolling's a sport?
Yes. There's even a annual world hill rolling championship where they roll down the hill
rolling
trying
a
to get a...
barrel down a hill?
No, by yourself. You're trying to get a wheel of cheese. It happens in Britain every year.
A wheel of
Boo!
down the hill?
And then you roll
then
down
hill.
after it, and whoever catches it first wins.
Why do you waste a perfectly good wheel of cheese? No.
They're not wasting it. They literally get to keep it afterwards. Whoever wins. I mean, it's covered in plastic wrap so it doesn't get dirty, but it still rolls down. Those are all real sports. Slap contests also. Competitive drinking is, I mean, obviously.
I was more so asking for the first 2.
Yeah, those are both real sports. Russia has a international yearly championship for slap contests.
Gosh darn it, I'm hungry again. And on that note, give me a moment. Nature's calling. I need to pick up.
Don't waste the cheese! Cheese is hard to make. I know from personal experience. I made my own version of Stilton from scratch. And it was hard and it took forever.
It's a wax it has a wax seal on it. It's not gonna get ruined.
I know. I'm just like, I'm repeating what she said in chat.
So yeah, I believe not much more information needs to be put up.
Well, considering... What the heck is this line? Romantic, drunk, flirt, and impressive produce. This is not a grammatically correct sentence. It really looks painful.
I'm very kind of like the point of me writing is to get an idea across, not to make it pleasurable to the eye, especially if I'm trying to get it while someone's speaking.
I think I can explain what he meant. Drunken flirting is pretty
Write it!
explanatory.
Write it!
When we're talking over impressive produce, we kind of agreed on basically
Showing off a garden.
gifting of large produce, as in like tomatoes and other plant produce. You know how you gift flowers? You gift the other one, the significant other big, juicy vegetables.
Well, you should write it like that because of... I will forget what that means when I come back to it later.
Feel free to edit it, and I already have it in my head, and I'm not forgetting, so I can happily, you know, remind you.
I'm like, it's only as helpful as it's made clear enough that the GM can remember it for later.
I mean, if you want, edit it to make it more clear, but I just wrote down what he said.
Excuse me.
Bailiff fuckers.
That's at least a better sentence.
Alright, that works.
You're going to need to write out what the rules for a slap contest are, because if I've never heard of it.
I'll send you a video of a basic explanation.
I know what they are. I'm not really that big of a fan of them myself personally, but that's just me.
Well, Red, you also need to post in the information that as answered about your species onto your sheet.
So, you might, well, actually, who am I kidding? You're probably gonna want to strangle me once, you're probably gonna want to strangle me once, once you read the names. That's right, I gotta go into a whole nother window to edit this. Alright, there we go. So you
That's misspelled. That's misspelled. That's misspelled. That's misspelled.
to be fair,
That's misspelled.
to be fair, as did indeed, write all this, and as isn't a native English speaker, so it's like I can't really fault
Yes,
him.
I'm illiterate, so what?
Though you're probably going on a string when once you read the name section.
BS. give actual names.
How do you name a
Literally
skeleton?
any name you can think of. They don't have I mean, come on, they're skeletons.
I mean, like.
That's why I put this, because
You can give them literally any name.
you're talking to the person who sucks at making names, and if you do this, I am literally going to do the name roulette, where literally every time one of these ends up as a character, all 4 of you are going to have to send me a name in DMs, and whoever actually sends me the name I like the most, and that ends up being their name. That is literally how I do things.
That sounds
If you
amazing.
do
You
not
should definitely do that.
Oh, okay.
That actually sounds really fun. To be fair,
Oh, the needle throwing. Wait. What was Oh, right. I forgot. Panda is still trying to make some questions answers for the suggestions for my race. But as let's see here. The needle throwing.
You look very lively.
The needle throwing for the Cactar Cat's courtship actually does make sense.
Also, yes. Yes, you look very lively. Is an insult because they're undead. It's basically just, hey, you don't look very human. And
Yeah. Also, that's also going to be a thing in this game. If you reference humans, everyone's going to look at you funny.
Also, I forgot to add something. The Red forgot to add something from my thing, so I added it to my thing about the names.
Oh no.
oh shit. Oh, this is either gonna be.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
I was gonna say this is either gonna be really fun or really painful.
Okay, I want to ask, how do you pronounce the second to last name in the female list?
Second to last, Siarsha.
Siarsha.
Also,
yeah.
Also, in case you.
Please put that in parentheses after, because otherwise I will forget how to pronounce that.
Alright,
So, there's actually a whole, So, they're the reason I didn't give them any names, because they, but by nature, they're kind of just, they're weird, by nature. Because, once again, they don't really have genders, so it's like, you know what? I think it'd be very funny if they just, like, occasionally just choose a name or two. Cause I think it's gonna be very funny.
Okay, so
Do you know how to pronounce the last one though?
Brana.
Also, I did have an idea for the actual like names, but the issue is like I can imagine it'd be like more so like groans and like soft hissing, so it's not really things you can write down now, can ya?
C. Orsa. Is that correct or is that wrong?
It's pretty close. Siarsha.
Okay. Yeah, that one I'm like, what is that? Because this literally looks like Sayors to me.
Is there not an A? Did I not put an A? Yeah. Like C as in water C, and then Orsha, like Orca but with a SH.
Fair enough. I'm like, that's how it looks from the word without the pronunciation.
Yeah. Again, Macedonian is a very, you say what you write. There's no fancy silent letters or like 2 letters make one other sound. Nah, we just write down and then we say what we write down. Very simple. Anyways, any questions?
I could go for a game of name roulette right now. Yeah, no. In all reality, if you ask them for the name, they're probably gonna make up a random name. They do have names issue with. It's kind of, it's just not really something you can write down because it's. How the fuck do you write down like? Like, how do you write that down? No, it's not that guttural. They're probably not going to be named that gutturally.
They have skeleton names and then they got pronounceable names.
Yeah, they got pronounceable names and they got the true names. The true names.
Yeah.
It'd be something like that.
I have mildly spicy chicken ramen.
Or only mildly.
It's just not that spicy. That's what I mean.
Make it so it makes you regret being alive.
Why are there three words here on this line that don't make sense together? Because if it just says Ghoul Outbreak Keepers.
What?
Red told me his idea, and I honestly couldn't think of anything better.
Basically, my idea was that like they handled it dead, and also they do kind of they're basically like the first line against ghoul infestation. So,
Like
You mean
they're
things taking possession,
Yeah.
spirits taking possession of corpses to make ghouls?
yeah, basically, they're just kind of there to prevent the dead from rising up and invading the local village.
Yeah, feel free to put exorcists and/or undead pest exterminators. That works.
Yeah,
better.
they're basically just there to make sure it doesn't get too bad.
That makes more sense with the setting than ghouls, because if you have to consider how ghouls are made, unless literally a hag is making them, or something of that nature, you aren't gonna have many ghouls.
Oh,
Yeah, then we
okay.
do our job good.
Undead
means
pest
that we're doing our job really
exterminators.
well.
And also, you don't need these two lines, you goober.
Yeah, so I just copy pasted it from the message as wrote down, so you know.
And also, I added 2 additional questions, and neither of you answered them.
Oh,
shit.
what questions?
I added 3 additional questions.
We didn't
what-
see them.
I would have appreciated it if.
I made it after you left!
Then why didn't you fucking tell us?
Because I just remembered now! Speaking of which,
Okay, fine. Red, let's go back in DMs and figure this shit out. I'm sorry.
I need a medic bag.
you need a what?
Dying.
That was great!
Oh, my thing's glitching out. What? Woo! Any moment I will be.
Okay. So, what sage advice do you, suggestions do you have for my race, Panda?
I'm sorry, that was way too funny. They're like, oh, super confident. I'm like, yeah, also didn't answer the last 3 questions. What?
It's kind of funny how me and Panda are blazing through our species together.
Well, they finished their entire thing. It's just that theirs is written completely haphazardly in comparison. I'm literally going to tell them when you're done, both of you, look at how yours is written.
Yeah, I've been
Make sure the format
we've been
actually
writing
looks...
ours paragraph by paragraph quite eloquently.
Exactly. Because of, like, they're writing short form, you're writing long form. I want to see this
Not
written
exactly long
form.
form, but more so basically I copy and pasted the suggestions of what Panda puts down, and then whatever mutual consensus we come to, I add that in, if necessary.
Exactly.
So it looks
I
neat,
still...
it looks
seriously,
neat and
hungry.
concise, but it's also quick and efficient.
I'm still hungry. Very, very hungry.
Feels like the mix of spice and flavor in my ramen. Mm. But yeah, I'm just waiting for your suggestions. A woman after my own heart. Nice taste in mac and cheese. Yes.
The question you need to answer for him is, what...
I believe it's
Is
the
there a
sport.
sport?
I believe it's the sport and the courting rituals.
Courting rituals is a couple of questions down.
Fair enough.
Do they as a species have a sport that they are typically passionate about?
James.
Well, welcome
God's
back.
name does empirical standpoint mean?
What?
What in God's name does an empirical standpoint mean?
Math, science, history.
So what they value most scientifically?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
Also, speaking of which,
I haven't even said anything.
you're in the class of the first two.
I don't know. At least mine are mild compared to him.
Mm-hmm.
Trust me, off camera, I've got quite the sailor mouth.
You've gotten a lot better since I've gotten on you about it.
Fair enough, but I still got a sailor mouth while I'm not around you.
Ah, so you're Barrett then.
What? What do you mean?
Oh no. This is a story that I have not told since Will was with me. But when I was growing up, I similarly had another really good autistic friend. Another child by the name of James Barrett. In which, because of the fact that we were always in classes together, I was always James, he was always Barrett.
Final Fantasy VII.
Here's the funny thing, neither of us had played it. So we were clueless to the reference. Because of the first time I played Final Fantasy VII was when I was in like 8th or 9th grade. And I was a post-secondary student, which meant in my junior year of high school, I went to college. So, after that, basically, James, Barrett, it was a autistic that had a really hard time in school. He very much was very physically oriented, and grew up in a very rough household. And note that because of that rough household, he grew up basically learning very bad habits from his family. He had a bunch of siblings. His parents could not afford for the number of siblings that they realistically had. And note that again, I'm an only child. So, not only was him coming over to see me completely based around the fact of him behaving, but it was also a thing of that. Remember, both me and my mother are both Christian, so if she heard him cussing his mom out on the phone while she was trying to negotiate with her, there was no way he was getting to come over.
Thank you.
Yep.
You watching that?
Yes.
I figured that.
Hi, Gavin's grandpa.
That'd be James.
Hmm?
That'd be James saying hi to you again.
Fire!
You can do it.
What?
I said you can tell him thank you.
My grandpa said thank you.
You're welcome.
I'll bill you later.
Hi, Grandpa.
What do you think?
He said hi, grandpa.
Well, Panda's saying that in chat.
And Panda said hi to you as well.
Who?
And one of my other friends.
They said, I don't know if they would actually be passionate about this, but I feel like they would be determined to be protectors and defenders of their gardens. And so they would have something of a warrior culture, and they would have a gladiator sporting culture, but it isn't something that they are passionate about. They just do it out of necessity. They would much rather be quietly gardening by themselves or within small family units.
That actually makes a lot of sense.
But because I was an only child, it was like actually really nice for him to come over and see me because I had like a bunch of stuff. There's a reason that I am the James with the games, and even back then, even though my library was like half the size that it is now, that's still more than he could have ever dreamed of having. So, but due to basically my mother literally like beating not physically, metaphorically beating the discipline into Barrett, he went from being incredibly foul-mouthed to actually being relatively respectful, and even his mother called at later points during the relationship and was like, I can't believe how much he's changed.
I see.
Yes.
What?
We have returned.
We good? Any more questions you want to pop on us?
Not yet.
Also,
I might think of more later.
Panda, I have added the sports section to my sheet now. As for yours, All right,
You already
I already answered it with your darts thing, and then they'd also be throwing needles at each other recording.
Question 4. What are some typical forms of stress relief for them?
Obviously, with my race, gardening and all. Oh wait, I was supposed to leave that to. And
Yes, you answer for her.
okay, I would think that for the. I would honestly think for the cactuar cats for their form of stress relief. I would think they'd be dancing around like a bunch of cactuses.
But,
Huh?
so I have a question. If I attach a piece of tape to the cat's tail, do they like freak out about it?
By cactus dance,
How would you do that?
A lot of determination.
A whole lot of determination. Are you prepared to face the consequences?
Yeah. Ow! Just blew myself up.
Wait, what? What do you mean you just blew yourself
I'm
up?
playing a game. I blew myself up.
this is what I mean.
Oh. Which Final Fantasy game is that?
What?
I don't even know. I think that might be 14, probably. Yeah, that's 14. I can tell by the background.
No.
Thank you.
No. It's Final Fantasy 30 because a fortnight is a month.
Shut.
Where's my shotgun?
Okay,
Where's my shotgun? I need to eliminate some cringe.
yes, even I'm like, you deserve that. You deserve that, Azriel, after that pun.
I am.
Joke is that fortnight is actually 4 days.
No,
A fortnight is 40 days!
no, Fortnite's
Well,
like
I guess I'm wrong twice.
I thought it was 20 days.
I
It's
guess we're all
40.
idiots then.
I'm like, a fortnight is 40 days!
I apologize for the background noise.
Tell me how about a Lost Rocket?
What was the Moomy sound for?
Lost Rocket.
The what?
Do you know
The
about
money.
a Lost Rocket? Hey, do you guys know about a Lost Rocket?
A Laws rocket? No.
Thank. Why?
Alright, what's next in the game? What's next in the game? We do the game, what's next? Come on.
Missiles about that big,
Dear,
that long.
they aren't finished.
Oh, okay.
And Lost Rocket basically shoots missiles
Just-
that are.
Hit me up when something interesting gonna happen.
And Lost Rocket is basically.
You can go to bed then.
And Lost Rocket is basically something that shoots decently thick, but missiles that are about probably 2 arms lengths long, close to that. That's what it does.
Okay. Hello, Babakus. We're kind of on hold because of Panda kinda had to be right back.
Mm.
Oh.
With these games make no logical sense, Xbox. Oh yeah, you need to free up space. Okay, cool. I'm freeing up space. So you can install it after it's freed up. Oh no, you need to free up space now. It's like... Lord help me. I know, Xbox. Jesus Christ. Ugh. Don't even. I hear you racking that shell.
Ay, ay, ay.
I have returned from the Spatze.
The what?
The Spatze.
Is that the bathroom?
Yes.
Thank you. I'm unsure if anything else exciting is going to happen tonight. You may as well go to bed, Az.
Make me.
That'd only be interested if it started playing the song.
It's kind of sad because there's like 0 people watching the stream.
4/2/6. This is actually better than my numbers usually are.
What, 3? I'm one of them.
Well, yeah.
No, luckily enough, I'm actually not watching the stream.
I'm like, the entire thing is just quiet in the water because of the fact that... Oh, jeez. Where is it? We're all waiting on Panda, and Panda had to say she'd be right back, and she's not back yet, so... Forgive me for being... Excuse me. Proper. I am so bloody hungry.
Alright, go get yourself some food then.
I'm like, I'm so bloody hungry, but I really don't want to eat that much. Because if I don't want to feel guilty. But I'm hungry, but I don't want to eat. I'm like, darn you, stomach. Darn you. How dare you betray me?
Alright, nothing really is happening. Well, I guess I'm going to bed. Good night, y'all.
Good night. Wow.
Bear in mind, I also didn't expect that you and Az to get done with the entire thing so fast.
Yeah, we kind of get to it.
I expected it to take you several hours.
Yeah, we kind of.
Blasted.
Yeah, we. When we get down to it, we get down to it.
Yes, you shared the same few dozen brain cells. Format. I thought it was format.
So is there anything else gonna happen here, or can I?
You can go. I basically said you can go.
Whoa.
Sorry. Dear, the reason that it's built like such is that I expect you to take your time and, like, really get your teeth into each question. Pandemonium, you're in the wrong general chat. They left mainly just because of I really already finished. They finished what they were trying to do, and basically, because of how long it took them, there really wasn't a need for them to stay. It's mainly a thing of getting them to the same point that you two are working at it. Yeah. Welcome back, Kiryusi's back.
Welcome back, Panda. Okay.
So, the next question is, what are some typical forms of stress relief for them?
You don't really have to mention that. Ah, gardening. Yeah, makes sense. Let's go. Yeah, let's go. Let's go gardening.
The typical daily mindset of the Imperium. Wake up, water the garden, tend to the garden, caress the garden, manure the garden, be at peace with the garden. Go to bed. I also just realized I do not have a jar of peanut butter out here. Oh my
Why
goodness!
you don't have peanut butter?
You probably heard that one. Oh. That happened right as I got stood up. Oh. Why did I bring the scissors over with me? But it's hard not to. the oil separate from my peanut butter in a really long time. Really? It's just temperature?
I'm not even just saying anything.
No, she's hearing the thing from your background. It's barely audible.
Hey, at least it's not loud enough for it to be picked up and possibly copyright claimed.
Basically, Kiryu's grandpa isn't asleep yet, and whenever he comes home,
Actually,
he usually turns off.
Actually, we're not even watching anything from him right now. So that's basically turned down far lower than. Because I'm still sitting here and watching Dr. Stone. It's pretty decently low volume.
Oh, okay.
So more than likely, what you're hearing might be the snoring.
Wow.
What?
Just hearing snoring that loudly on the microphone.
Fair enough. Alright.
Been up since 12 this morning.
Yeah, he's kind of been up since 12 this morning.
Oh, go to bed, Grandpa. It's okay. Hugs. But it's hard not to. I'm busy making the questions for the next week.
Also, they are now trying to do something obscenely dumb and crazy in Dr. Stone. They're trying to bring back cell phones.
Who?
In the Dr. Stone anime, they're trying to bring back cell phones.
Oh, cell phones.
Yes. In the Stone world, where, you know, ISPs are gone and all that.
Heh.
Yeah, but look what that sent to us.
If you also look down at the next week, there's a lot harder of questions for that section.
Well, oh wait, how many more questions do we have left to answer from our species?
You're only at, like, question 4.
Oh.
There's, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Okay, wait. As for, I basically for the stress relief of the captor cat, I literally put down dancing as specified, showcased by the gym.
Dot 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 dancing. Yeah. Remember, these are
Really?
for stress relief. I think this is the one instance that she's like,
Sorry about that. Sorry if I'm a...
It's also a thing of when he laughs, he typically cuts himself off.
Ah. Nice.
I mean, what do cats do? Sleep?
Yeah, they can sleep and stretch or basically mess around in boxes for some reason.
Stress relief. Must find nearest space that they fit in perfectly.
As the old words may say, if I fit, I stick.
I'm allergic to cats. Remember this. I know very little on cats. And dogs. And birds. No, you can't. There is no such thing as a truly hypoallergenic animal. How do I know this? My grandparents specifically got dogs that are non-shedding and a hypoallergenic, and I was still horribly allergic to them. I've been around those types of animals. I was still allergic to them. By God's graces! How are you alive?
Okay, now that we've answered both of our stress relief questions, next question is
what is their familial structure like?
Yeah.
Oh, understatement. Understatement of the daggum century. One female to 2 or 3 males. A familial unit also means, like, if... Excuse me. Typically how many children they see fit to have, if they take care of their grandparents, or if the grandparents are typically, fair enough. We're getting there. Interesting. But, like, if you've ever been in for an allergy test, they typically, like, put, like, the best way to describe it is like a giant tic-tac-toe bar thing on your arms. Literally, like, multiple rows that have 3 columns each on both of your arms. And there was a set of, I believe it's 47 shots. I was allergic to, if I remember right, I want to say 37 of the 47? And 36 of those were equal to or greater than the control was. That doesn't happen in most people. Okay, the control is a straight histamine injection, which means it should be like what is typically like the normal maximum most people should have for an allergic reaction. 36 of the 37 reactions were equal or greater than the control. Meaning out of the 37 shots, 37 things that I was allergic to, 36 of them I was allergic to is bad as or more than the straight histamine reaction. I was in tears by the time they came in and slathered antihistamine on my arms. And after the sheer pain and agony, that was probably the second or worst pain I've ever experienced in my life, I finally was able to stop crying and ask the allergist. Because if this is a question I could realistically ask without violating any medical rules, which was that, okay, you've been in this industry a long time. Can you tell me, out of every patient you've ever seen or tested, how allergic am I? He looks at me, looks at the document, looks at me, looks at the document, stares at the document thoroughly, looks back at me. You're easily tied for the second most allergic person I have ever seen. I realize that it's second most, but you have to consider how high of a bar that is for an allergist that's probably been in this business over 20 to 25 years. The first one's in a bubble to this day.
Yep.
Did you read what she had put down in
Yes,
chat?
I have, and I saw
And you saw everything.
yes.
Oy vey, I just had this word in my head. Not misconceptions. And so, you need to answer that question for her.
As for the family structure of the cacti cats, I would have to say approximately for every family there's one mother, one father, and probably one or two children.
The next one should be relatively simple. How do they dispose of their dead? Suggestion, I would see them gathering into small tribes.
That makes sense for your species, actually. I was referring to my friends.
But yes, one of the questions is, how do they dispose of their dead? I mean, the dead go in the garden. Probably is a significant part of the garden, and with that area of the garden around the dead being made in ways that honor the dead. That dead.
That actually makes a whole lot of
But no coffins, although they certainly can do funeral goods and rites, etc. I would feel like coffins would be relatively hard to make, considering their size. I getcha. And be right back.
Okay. Ugh. Hmm. Hmm.
What?
Trying to think here. As for how the cactuar cats dispose of their dead. Trying to think.
She's be right back.
Oh. As for how the cactuar cats dispose of their dead, I would have to say through the traditional means of... Oh wait, never mind, that couldn't work. They're too large. I would say through the I would have to stay through funeral pyres and then using the ashes to further rejuvenate the land. Basically tossing their bodies onto a funeral pyre and then using the ashes to scatter onto the land for rejuvenation. Yep.
And this is why I prefer the slow method than the boom, 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 boom method. The next question. What are some examples of things they would find romantic? Yes! Excuse me. I am my own enemy.
Give me a moment. I spot a little intruder on the ground.
An insect?
Yes. I will send that little bugger to Jesus.
Not flowers, but pollinators, as in insects and the pollen itself in the wind. I see them appreciating fruits more than flowers for some reasons. Don't squish it without a good reason. Don't squish spiders! Spin the enemy to attack just so they can parry and counter.
Yes. Thank you.
I'm going to go. I just realized I left my freaking water bottle over here. Like, for the 4th time. Green! 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 And I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick.
Okay, that darn thing's been dealt with. Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
There. I'm back.
Right.
What happened?
Nothing.
And it would do their public gardens, but the private ones that individuals make for themselves tend to be more varied and not so much about any one aspect, where we would grow rose gardens, etc. Also, they do consider it to be very romantic for one of them to fight for another for protection, for honor. And those kinds of gladiator matches tend to be more sought after and more entertaining for them as a species. They're actually passionate about that kind of contest. Kiryu, are you writing down what you've been suggesting to me?
I'm putting down all of this.
Yeah, since there'll be a lot of like little itty bitty like cleanup stuff later, but like
what the Cactar Cats would consider romantic. I can't believe I'm getting a little sappy with this, but I would think like giant tumbleweeds with roses on them and their needles and
Aw.
darts. Cactus flowers and various other flowers plus light.
Needles, darts, pain! Catnip, no, not really. They might like cactus flowers and flowers in general, though. I could see that. Oh, light! They're instinctually fascinated by light, especially magical light.
So they're like moths to lamps.
Yes.
Lamp. This only makes a whole lot of sense for your race. Yes, I will agree with all this.
Yeah. That's over here. I also think that they failed at literally this requirement I gave for them for that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, they barely made 7. Okay. The next question is, what are some examples of male and female names for their species? Give at least 7 for each.
Oh boy.
And this is mainly so I don't have to do name roulette every 5 seconds during a section with a lot of NPCs.
Okay.
We can hear that.
Hear what?
Just very low background noise. I don't.
Hey, at least it's not distinct.
And she's saying, it takes me a long time to make up names, and I tend to have the strangest names possible.
For the females, at least. Din, Urbosa, Fiore, Dawn, Luna. How many was that so far?
5.
Trying to think of some other one. Nehru.
You're giving out all names that are... Let's do roulette. Sorry, Kiryu.
What do you mean? Huh?
I literally...
I hate this.
She's wanting to do
I hate
roulette.
this. 'Cause now the roulette's just gonna screw my species over and give them stupid names that can't be taken seriously.
Remember, all 4 of you put a name in the hat.
Oh. I've been naming female names for the species, though.
Well, it's also a thing of that even I know all of those are Legend of Zelda references.
Not all of them.
You said Din, Nehru, Feor, Urbosa.
Dawn, Luna.
Dear, that's just sun and moon.
Okay, so...
I know, it's just like... So, roulette! I think everyone's just deciding to do roulette. At least Pandemonium has a chance to actually go ahead and give me names that aren't garbage.
Are you saying I'm garbage?
No, I'm saying that Nikolai's names were garbage.
Oh.
Remember, we only did name roulette twice during the previous game. In both instances, I usually have you send them to me via DMs when you do roulette.
Okay.
Mainly just... Oy vey! Are you trying to give the GM an aneurysm? I'm like, are you trying to give me a... Are you trying to give me a heart palpitation or something? Not yet! What do you mean, not yet? Exactly! I don't mind names that are references, it's just that I think you've literally... Well, my part of the problem is at this point is that literally everything is a reference to something for the most part in today's day and age. It's kind of hard to have truly original names. And also, person falling down into ground. I'm favoriting that. Yes, I saved the chip finally! Nope. If you're going to ask me about a TV series, assume the answer is always no. I have not watched a TV series in like a decade. We need to kidnap James, tie him to a hypo... What are you tying me up with? I was actually wondering what to use. Super glue me to the chair by... Okay, so you wish to burn the skin off my own back. I see how it is. You know that clothing would burn off if you tried to super glue it, right? No, you won't. Sorry, I actually know a little bit about how super glue works. Because if you have to use super glue in, stained glass, and my mother used to be really big into making stained glass. And she hasn't done it in years. And literally she has like a bunch of the raw materials for it still. But she just doesn't have the time for it. So like they're sitting in big bins in the barn we have, just sitting there. What do you mean to super glue the epoxy that is used to hold super glue together is actually like really solid. It just mainly takes a lot of heat to actually get the super glue to activate. Ah. Stainless steel chains! Holy mackerel! Why didn't I use silver? Why didn't I use silver? Huh? Okay, Anyways, we're distracted again.
Oh, crap. I can't think of anything in the send in DMs.
No, dear, that's not. You wouldn't be doing that right now. It's whenever a new character of that race would show up.
Oh, okay. Now it's on.
What are terms that the species take as extraordinarily flattering or derogatorily? Oh. The macaroni is ready. I'm close to wanting to take a nap. I'm tired. Can you fight defensively? Purpose if you still have the class feature, though you implies that it is a separate action from an attack action, but for a full attack, it's definitely not a turn action. An optional modifier. Say yes, so long as there's an attack roll above. C3 above! But the part... What the cluck was that?
That was my grandpa.
What? What is that? What? Is he sleep talking?
No.
What was he replying to? Sorry, his grandpa made a weird noise and I'm just like, what? Civic combat maneuver. I'm having baked mac and cheese with sliced up fresh tomato is a counter to the richness of the macaroni. Can I leave you two to finish the rest of this so I can just go off and do something else for the last 2 hours before I go to bed? Because I'm tired. I'm actually like, you can still do things after I leave and after I end the stream. I'm just like, I tired. You okay with that, Kiryu?
Yeah.
What? All I heard was murr.
I said, sure, I can handle that.
Alright. We're gonna end things here for now. Now, I can't believe I managed to get up to 8 shots fired off of just today. And that works perfectly too, because that's the exact same amount we were at for bb.exe has failed. We're gonna end things here for now. Like, comment, subscribe if you enjoy our work, and please do share our content and join the Discord. It really does help me out. Follow us here on Twitch and on YouTube, and or come aboard the Starship LP or Hero, Villain, or NPC.